Hey guys, so after a lot of work today, we've got the village built. The next thing will be for me will be to go through and label them all up. But at the moment, I have uploaded it to my World Anvil site. If we come over here, let's go and have a look. And view world, just bring it up. I've put the map in, so there you go. So you'll see I changed a few things. One, I changed the way I did the water. I've used some assets to basically to build the water up itself rather than using a paintbrush, but that's basically the same way as using all these items. I've used some rocks up here to put some height on the for the temple. I've done a little bit of basically shadow from where the buildings have been blocking the sun, just to give it a little bit of 3D look on it, nothing major. And I also changed what I was doing, how I've done the paths. Oh, I've just noticed something. I've taken out the paths for leaving the villages. Must add those back in. We'll do that later. We'll do that in a bit, but that doesn't exactly take long, so let's go and do that now. One. That's the right one. Oops. Brush. Let's get it a little. Oh, that needs to be a little bit harder as well because that's ridiculous. Bit. So, side work. Oh, I've got the opus. I should have checked that. Oh. All I'm just doing there is just going to add dirt road. We're in the wilderness. People are not going to have built proper roads. Out of the spaces, because why would you? Something like that, probably. So that's how I do that. So, and as you can see, basically most of this is just assets which I've got, which I'll say I'll link below, and things like these I've used master, because it means if I want to alter something, so say here I want to add more, I can literally just draw more in and it will appear. And the same with the paths, etc. So that's one thing I've done today. The other thing I did today was, while we were talking about, while I was thinking about cosmology, I got my brain into gear over how the cosmology works. I came up with this. So this is just a visual representation of the elemental, primordial, godlike beings. You've got the 4 major around the side and the 6 minor with the crossovers, so the colours merge in, and it shows you who's in charge of who's where. Names, and that's all I've done at the moment. I've got names for them all. I've got roughly what element the combined ones are going to represent. So fire and water is steam, fire and earth is lava, and so on through. To give me a focus when I come to start writing their information and what abilities they give their clerics, because I've still got to decide if I'm doing clerics as clerics or if I'm going to do something different. I'm probably going to do the elemental ones as clerics, and then the ones who worship the Fae queens and kings, and the shadow kings and queens will be warlocked. Is my plan at the moment. That might change, but that's the plan at the moment. So that's those done. My next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start looking at character gen, because that's really the next thing I need to start doing. So what I need to do for character gen is get my how I'm going to do it in my head. I've got a standard way, probably going to stick with the standard way, and we'll go from there. And the other thing I need to do is, as everybody's affected by the planes, I want to add in a D100 table for each of the elements, which will result in a minor magical ability, because everybody's going to have a certain amount of magic. So what I've got to do is I've got to go through the magic spells and innate abilities and go and choose probably 10 to a dozen for each of the elements. And I'm only going to do the primary elements because they're the ones that are the element planes, but that includes Shadowfell and Feywild, so that's six sets I've got to do. And to add that in for when people do character gen, they can roll to find out what plane they're affected by and what abilities they get for said plane. That's the plan. But for now, goodbye. And this was a short one. I'll see you next time.